Hello and welcome. Are you applying or planning to apply for a post-graduation work permit? My name is Marilyn Quintana, and in this video, I'm going to share with you 8 important things that you need to know before applying for a post-graduation work permit. But before we begin, please do not forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and please click on the little bell right below this video so you can receive notifications of new weekly videos. First of all, a post-graduation work permit, it is an excellent tool to be used strategically to obtain permanent residency in Canada. This because the work that you perform while on a post-graduation work permit, if in a skilled work position, can enable you to become eligible for several immigration programs, including Express Entry Canadian Experience Class and Provincial Nominee programs. It is important to note that you have only 180 days from the completion of your program to apply for a post-graduation work permit. Depending on your situation, we can advise you strategically to apply right after completing the program of studies or to wait a little bit so you can enjoy the most of your authorization to work in Canada and again use it in a way that it will allow you to become eligible for a permanent resident program in Canada. In most cases, we will advise you to apply right away. However, if you are thinking of traveling to visit your family before you start working in Canada, could be a good idea to wait until you return to Canada to apply. Or if you are obtaining a post-graduation work permit that has a limited period of validity, then could be a better idea to wait until you have the qualified job offer in order to apply. It is important to let you know that the minute that you apply for a post-graduation work permit, even though you didn't receive the actual permit on your mail, while the processing of your application, you are already eligible to start working full-time in Canada, and that experience counts towards your eligibility for immigration programs. It is also important to note that the duration of your post-graduation work permit is going to be according to the duration of your program of studies. If your program of studies was of 8 months, then your post-graduation work permit will only be valid for 8 months. If your program of studies was a 1-year program, then your post-graduation work permit will be only valid for 1 year. However, if your program of studies is 2 years or more, you will qualify for the longest duration possible, which is 3 years. The next very important thing for you to know is that the post-graduation work permit can be issued to you only once. This means if you applied and was approved for post-graduation work permit, even though if you study a second program of studies later, you cannot qualify for a new post-graduation work permit. However, this limitation is not for families. If you used your post-graduation work permit and want to continue in Canada and cannot transition to permanent residency, if you are married or in a common law relationship, your conjugal can apply for a program of studies and be eligible for a post-graduation work permit. So it is per person and not per family. Another very important thing that you need to check before even studying in Canada is if your program of studies qualify for a post-graduation work permit. There are some institutions in which all programs qualify, others that some programs not all qualify, and other institutions that do not qualify at all. So it's not because you were issued a study permit, this means that you will qualify for the post-graduation work permit. If you study in a private college, for example, and you transition to a public college, most likely only the duration that you studied in a public college will count towards your post-graduation work permit. This really depends on how the public college is taking that admission. If they are only considering the admission requirement met because you already studied in Canada, or if they are actively transferring the credits of the previous program. So if your intent is to study in a private college and then later transition to a public college, it is very important to see how the public college will accept your application and what that means for your program of studies. If you are married or in a common law relationship, your spouse can qualify for an open work permit extension as a company spouse of a post-graduation work permit holder. However, you are required to have a job offer in Canada in order for your spouse to qualify. Before January 30th, 2023, only students who have a job offer in a skilled worker position would qualify. However, starting from January 30th, 2023, as a temporary public measure, students only need to have a job offer, regardless of the position, in order for their spouse to qualify for an open work permit or an open work permit extension. Another very common misunderstanding regarding this requirement is also if the job offer of the student needs to be full-time. And the answer is no. Can be part-time, so it's not a problem if it's the same job offer, for example, that you had while you were studying in Canada. My advice to you is, if you are getting ready to apply for a post-graduation work permit, you must talk to an immigration consultant here at eVisa Immigration to create and validate your strategy on how to use this work permit to best transition to permanent residency in Canada. And this not only applies for the post-graduation work permit holder, meaning students that are completing their program of studies, but also for the spouses. If your spouse is coming to Canada to obtain an open work permit as a company spouse of a student, they will be eligible for a number of strategies that they can use to transition to permanent residency. So, work in Canada means opportunities to immigrate to Canada. Therefore, before applying, it is important to talk to an immigration consultant. Don't wait until you have received your permit, worked in Canada, accumulated work experience, because unfortunately, I see a lot of people that worked in the wrong job, thought that would be qualifying, and at the end of the day, already towards the end of their post-graduation work permit, they found that they wouldn't qualify for any program because they were not working in a qualified position or in a position that would enable them to qualify for an immigration program. At eVisa, our mission is to provide very valuable and useful information regarding Canadian immigration to assist you to become a successful immigrant in Canada. Here at eVisa, we have everything you need to make Canada your home. We can assist you with your education, visa application, immigration application, career consulting, and citizenship. If you wish to contact our company to guide you through the immigration journey, our contact information is down below this video. Also, feel free to leave us a comment. I hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.